Well, hello, my fellow horrible sniveling losers. I hope you're doing well because I am. And today we are going to play a game called The Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car. I don't know what to expect of it. As usual, I didn't read a lot about this game. I just know that apparently it tackles on pretty heavy topics, so you're warned. I don't think it is a horror game. Just the little reviews that I read don't really talk about it as a horror game, but it is tagged zombies on itch.io, so we'll see. Okay, well, let's play. The shadows that run alongside our car. Start. Whose eyes will you see the road through? Pick one. Okay, I'm gonna start with the girl, because I am, in fact, a girl. So I think I will relate more to the girl. Also, I pretty much never drive. I have my driver license, I know how to drive, I used to drive, but now my husband is the one driving. I forgot to tell you, the game has 6 endings. I am not sure if we will try all of them. It's gonna depend of how long the game is. But I'm definitely gonna at least play from both characters' point of view. I'm just going to start with the passenger girl. Got it! I lay back against the passenger seat. It's weird sitting on this side of the car. Oh, honey, you'll get used to it. But my stomach's been feeling off for a while and I just can't drive. And so I've handed my keys over to this stranger. What the fuck? What's the worst that could happen, right? I have some ideas. I don't know, the stranger killing you, the stranger going to a place that you don't know and torture you for years, the stranger stealing your car. I see a lot of things that could go wrong. I stare out the window, watching the unchanging scenery whiz by. There's an awkward silence, but I don't feel like feeling it. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open. You're sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just going to hurl themselves at a moving car. Well, who knows? Maybe they would. Okay, so we have zombies right off the bat. Okay, didn't expect that, but okay. I see that the car had a little accident, apparently. The windshield is broken, and the dude was in a fight, I would say. His shirt is ripped off. It looks like he has bruises on his face. Fair enough. The slight breeze feels so good against my neck. But this guy looks like shit. Okay, I can go back. That's awesome. But this guy looks like he wants to say something. So, guess this is kinda strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's... Oh, I can pick the name! Oh, that's awesome! I'm gonna name my character... Astrid, with just a D at the end. because it's the name of the first girl rat that I had. Astrid. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Astrid. Names is... Damn. And he is gonna be named after... you know who. Michael. Okay. He looks dissatisfied. How was he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow it doesn't look very much like Michael. I agree. I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I'd think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decide to break the silence after all. So what were you doing before everything happened? Oh, he looks surprised. I guess I haven't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular. What does that mean? That's weird, whatever. That's weird. He doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. I wonder what his job really was. Usually, this and that means that you don't have a particular job, you just swing from short-term jobs. Maybe he was a trash collector. He does look kind of dirty. Damn. Well, I shouldn't be rude. I'm not much of a catch myself. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car. Or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that third DUI, his license was revoked. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well. Anyway, sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where. Guess he didn't... Sorry, never mind. I'm feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's like I'm on the outside looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Maybe the apocalypse is just giving me more perspective. It's okay, the booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Yeah, take a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Still, do you think there's any radio station left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look though. I reached towards the console and turned the radio dial in one direction. There's nothing but static, sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a sec. Go back down. What did you hear exactly? There couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the knob back the other way. Wait! There it is! I think... Is that mariachi? Oh my god! Oh my god, I cannot believe. Out of all the music that could be playing, this is what we get. What am I thinking? Of course it is. Of course we're on a highway to hell in the dark, and mariachi is the only music available to us. The combination of Spanish vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. The dulcet tones of this fabulous man are actually killing me. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? Of all the music that would be left. Man, it takes me a minute to settle down, but then... Wait, isn't this the same song again? It's probably on an endless loop, because why wouldn't it be? Typical. Sure seems that way. Guess it's just ghosts on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖙 even listen to? Is death metal too obvious an answer? Rob Zombie? Or maybe they're all into baby metal these days? I don't know, I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace? Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now anyway. It's a bit hard to read because the letters are very close and it's a bit hard to see the word separated. The space between words is really small. Well, except for that. He gestures toward the console. 101.7. It's now the infinite loop mariachi radio station. So, what are you into anyway? Music-wise, I really like Alanis Morissette, top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore my musical taste or anything. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal. Will you judge me if I say I actually haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. He doesn't have to know that I unironically like baby metal. I know one song of them, Headbanger, and honestly I like it. It's not that bad. What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but well, you'll probably actually judge me more for this, haha. Try me. ABBA. Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. Pff, I lose it, everything is just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Michael, but not that sorry. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I manage to get these words out. All this laughing's making my stomach hurt more, damn it. I mean, my parents listened to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Yeesh! How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there is no right answer to that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. What kind of reaction is that? No, wow, you look so young or anything like that? It's just so you're legal. I wonder how old Michael is anyway. This music's kinda similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. He purposefully reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him too. Did you ever expect things to end up this way? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Okay, pause, immediately change subject. Change subject. It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the street lights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. That sounds kind of morbid, but kind of fitting for the end of the world. It's silent again for a little while, but it doesn't last. So you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but, well, what do you like to do? Or what did you before everything? Like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think of my life. Actually, I worked a lot. I don't really have time for much other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work. Have a lunch break, back to work. Get off work, eat dinner and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. And after leading such a boring life, I ended up here. What about the weekends? And the holidays? I'm probably not even gonna go out with a bang. My day's going to be just as dull as my life. I guess that'd be most people's story. It's tough out there. Was tough probably tougher now. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? Oh, that's deep. It's just trying to sound cool. That's deep. It's actually exactly how I feel about it too. I'm surprised that I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah, but I guess that doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all going to die anyway. So, what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. I suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad. Did he backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad means in this context? Well, whatever. That sounds really cliché. Not really, it sorta suits you. To tell the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sorta lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. I guess I got my wish, didn't I? I used to wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not, but I can't say whether it's really a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. My stomach starts to throb painfully. I look down and press my hand against it. It felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did all this have to happen? Still feeling nauseous? Huh? Damn, I shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. Why do you care? You have the right to have a stomach ache. This might be causing even more trouble though. Oh yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... Anyway, I move my hand away from my stomach. It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. Stop with this shit! The mindset of the pain reminds me that I'm alive. I think it's bullshit. I know that I'm alive because I can think and talk and experience pleasure rather than pain. That's such a stupid, weird mindset. I don't get it. That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. You think we should stop and rest? I glance at the fuel gauge on the dashboard, nervous. We barely have 1/4 of the tank left as it is. Now, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking would just waste gas. Onward it is then. Trying to ignore my pain, I keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life. And that's saying a lot considering what I have to go through every month. I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? Why did we make it this far? And is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I start to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Michael's voice. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stopped to wonder what my own life was worth, It's a dangerous train of thoughts. I'll tell you that. We're here, that's what matters. Despite it all, we're here and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on the salad. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple months, I just kept working, kept on like everything was fine. And then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad. How do I even begin to explain? Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want, but you're old man. What happened? My dad? I killed him. I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. Does it count as murder if you kill a zombie? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so was my dad. And so am I. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. My stomach is burning with pain now, and guilt. I stare out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there? Though that hasn't changed since way before, I guess. Oh, hey! I feel a sudden warmth on the top of my hand, hesitant at first, but then steady. Michael's hand envelops mine, and I feel comforted, safe. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would, but while we're still breathing, there's hope. That's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get on with him, I bet it must be hard losing someone that close to you. Wow, where do I even start? Oh, white lie, be honest. Well, it's the end of the world. There's no point in lying. Let's be honest. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Michael. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow, my mouth opens all on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I felt relieved when he died. And then I felt awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. At the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy that feeling of freedom for long. It makes me feel like a monster to admit all this to someone else. It really does. But That's the truth. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. He's right. I know that I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Not yet, anyway. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long while. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out here, like this. I wonder if we'll ever know. Michael, I can't go on like this, just keeping it to myself. Hey, Michael, there's something I need to tell you. I touch my stomach lightly with the palm of my hand. The searing pain reminds me that I'm no longer entirely human. I gave my humanity up when I killed my dad. I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. I didn't even hesitate. I swung that baseball bat as hard as I could. And then he bit me in the stomach as a parting gift as he crumpled to the ground. Even in death, Dad still found some way to screw me over. Hey, stop. It's okay. I always blamed Dad for Mom leaving us. He was selfish. He was an asshole. He was this, he was that. But just look at me. I've put Michael's life in danger. I've lied to him since the day we met. I'm my father's daughter. But I just keep calm, alright? We don't even really know how this all works, so maybe there's a way. I'm so sorry. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that has anything to do with being beaten. If it wasn't for this, I looked down at my stomach. I might think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. Well, of course. I wish I was dead. Careful there, remember that thing about wishes. Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining! Psh, retail? Almost as bad as zombies. Worse, probably. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. We'll probably be on this road a while. A while, huh? Well, a rest does sound nice. I always had to get up so early for work. I'm not used to being up this late. I'm starting to feel really sleepy. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? My mind flashes to the baseball bat still in my trunk. No, I won't think about that right now. Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there, at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. Maybe I've been running ever since Mom left. I never looked back, just kept going. It was all I could do to keep from falling apart. Michael and I, we're both done enough. We've both gotten farther than I ever thought possible. I noticed that the fuel gauge light is on, but I feel strangely at peace. I close my eyes, smiling as my consciousness already starts to drift. Wherever this road goes, whatever lies at the end of it, we lived. The proof of that will remain no matter what. So for now, let's just keep going forward. Well, one of you lived, but I'm not sure both of you. Okay. It is now time to play the role of Michael. Gun it! I put the pedal to the floor. The wheel screeches as we pull out into the lane. The car swerves, but it doesn't really matter. There's no one else out there as far as the eye can see. The abandoned station stinks behind us until it's gone. And then it's just us and the long road. The world outside the windows passes by us in abstract, like the whole world's given up on having any meaning. We drive in silence. After a while, I hear the faint buzzing of the power window being rolled down. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just going to hurl themselves at a moving car. Fair enough. Well, that was a thrilling conversation. So, guess this is kinda strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's, again, Astrid. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Astrid. Name's Michael. Okay. The car shudders briefly as we rumble over a series of potholes. But then the road smooths again. The humming of the engine reminds me of a storm brewing far off on the horizon. Beyond these occasional noises, we sit in silence. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Oh, wow, that's the first time she's actually started a conversation. I guess I'm not so intimidating after all. What was I doing? God, what was I? A whole lot of nothing. I bet that sounds super impressive, huh? Just a scruffy drifter. Not so sure she wants to hear that. Oh, dodge the question, bend the truth. I'm gonna bend the truth. I was moving cross country. Then everything went south. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Okay, we got that. I'm just skipping the part of dialogue we already read. She's fiddling with the dial. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna find anything. Static comes in and out in waves. Every so often, the distortion gives the illusion of an actual sound, but then it goes right back to nothingness. Just then, though. Hang on a sec, go back down. I think I actually heard something. The noise phases in and out, then as something comes into auditory focus. Is that mariachi? I can't contain myself. The sound is unmistakable. Horns blare joyously over the static in a sick fanfare, while a man's voice wails soulfully over it. I'm laughing so hard I nearly piss myself. Astrid's nearly there too. I sink back into the driver's seat, letting my mind drift to the music. The dissonance is almost comforting. As the fractured chorus washes over me, I try to pretend that I'm lounging in a truck bed somewhere. Out in the sun, mid-afternoon, shirt damp and dirty from a hard day's work. For a moment, I almost believe it. The music falls short for a few seconds, before starting up again. I shake my hand at the radio controls. Just as I thought, she starts laughing at my expenses. It's a nice sound, though. I'm not gonna be poetic and say that it sounds like music or anything like that. Still, it's good to hear. Shit. God, that's so young. she's practically a kid. What was I doing when I was 22? Still wasting my life, I reckon. Wonder if she's ever been to school. That young, and the whole damn world's crashing down around her. I try not to make a face, but I can see my knuckles going white as my fingers grip harder into the wheel. I reach down and turn the volume knob to a sharp left, and the radio blissfully goes silence. Farewell, wailing man. Now it's just us again. Ignoring me, sort of. Ignoring me, huh? Dodging the question now, aren't we? Wonder what she was into before this. Maybe she has always planned on the world drifting to hell in a handbasket. Smoked away her youth and whiled away her time. No, that's me, and it's... I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at this hour. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all of your time listening to ABBA, huh? Is to travel a lot, okay? Well, that sure is lofty. I don't think she knows I've noticed, but she's been pressing at her gut a lot. Wonder if she's still alright. Since I first ran into her, she's been in a rough way, and I'm not sure it's gotten much better. We probably should have looked for some more bags of that ginger stuff. Okay, ask if she's nauseous, comment on her end. When we play Astrid, Michael asked if she was nauseous, so let's do the other one. Comment on her hand. You okay there? I point toward her stomach with the back of my hand. Oh yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... okay. I do, but... Christ, I'm really not equipped for this. I know first aid, I can stitch up a cut, but gastric distress is a bit beyond me. Right, the fuel. If everything wasn't so weird these days anyway, I'd call it suspicious that there was only a single tank's worth left. Not much we can do about that, though. Is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? Okay. Didn't I used to? Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. Great, now I feel like I wanna puke. Hey, please don't say things like that, Astrid. One of us has to keep this up. Oh, rest hand on her, let her be. Again, Michael rested his hand on her when we played Astrid, so let's go the other way. Whoa, yeah, I'm not gonna be a creep about it. She's already tense enough, but yeah, I guess. It has happened so fast, I'm still trying to come to terms with it. I don't know why, but the air feels colder. Maybe it's time to roll up the window. Hey! She doesn't look so good. So, I just remembered something pretty funny. Nothing? She bought out of me already? Haha. A few weeks ago, I was running down this alley and I saw this old poster, right? Real beat up, weathered thing. But scribbled on the corner of it, what is she looking at? Is she even listening? Hey, are you sure you're really feeling alright? God, please say something. Astrid? She keeps staring forward at something, at nothing. Besides the glow of the headlight on the empty road, it's pitch black outside. There isn't a thing to see. But she hasn't fallen asleep. Her eyes are still open. Oh, that's bad. The car gives a bit of a sputter. The gauge is on empty. Actually, the warning light's been on in a while. Astrid? Shit, come on now. I pull to the side of the road. This rust bucket's on its last legs anyway. The engine cuts off with an appreciative sigh. Hey, talk to me. Do you need to puke or something? Astrid? She says nothing and sits still as a statue. I'm not even sure she's breathing. Do I touch her? I start to reach out my hand. Just then, she turns slowly to look at me. Her mouth hangs. Her eyes are completely empty. She stares at me only, lifeless, and leans in closer. I should have seen this coming. Okay. I wanna try one more ending, I think. Let's try one more. So we are back with Astrid. What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Okay. Yes. Pause. Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sunset. Okay, we got it. He's just trying to sound cool. Whatever. Damn. We read a lot. Michael's hand rests on top of mine. It feels alien somehow. I flinch. I don't think I'm used to comfort, but I know it means well. Probably. We're still here, just remember that. Let's go with the white lie. It's probably better not to. He doesn't need to know about all of my baggage. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast. I'm still trying to come to terms with it. My stomach is burning, but I feel so cold. How can I be burning and freezing at the same time? My brain feels foggy. It's like I'm feverish. I dig my fingers into the wounds, hoping the pain will keep me conscious. I feel nothing but hunger. I'm so hungry. A few weeks ago, I was running down the alley, okay? Michael's voice just made me feel hungrier. Please, stop talking. I'm feeling less and less like myself. No, I'm not. But don't worry, it'll all be over soon. She's drooling. I slowly turn my head towards Michael and lick my lips in anticipation. Okay. No. Let's just check another ending with Michael and we're gonna be done with it. Oh, yes, okay. Her name is Astrid. And his name is Michael. Dodge the question, bend the truth. Well, dodge the question. You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular. Okay. Sore topic. Sore topic, huh? I guess she doesn't want to think about it. I can't say I blame her. I'm a bit surprised. Ask if she's nauseous. Comment on her hand. Ask if she's nauseous. Still feeling nauseous? Okay, rest hand on hers. I slide my right hand off the wheel. Her hand is resting by her leg near the center console, so I reach over. I thought she might pull away, but she doesn't. Her shoulders fall, and I think I hear her sigh. Wow. Her skin feels really cold. Is that normal? Maybe because the window's open? Maybe it's because she's sick? Really wish I knew a bit more medical shit right about now. Actually, if she had a fever, wouldn't she be hotter? A chill like that can't be normal. It's not even that cold in here, but if the car's clock is set right, it's nearly 1 in the morning now. The road is as dead as it ever was, but it somehow feels even emptier, more sinister. Like all the shadows behind us are teaming up into a hungering mass, just waiting to swallow us whole. My eyes are getting heavier. We can't stop now though. We've still got so much farther to go. Even if we... Hey, Michael! She puts her hand to her stomach again. Latent instinct tell me not to take my eyes off the road, but I do anyway to look at her. She looks really bad, worse than I've seen yet. A couple times she opens and shuts her mouth. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Damn it. God damn it. I should have known it. I've heard so much unrelatable crap about the symptoms, but I guess they weren't so full of shit after all. Fuck it all. I thought I was keeping it together. Don't do this to me, kid. I swallow, but it doesn't make my throat any less dry. The corners of my eyes are burning. I try, but I can't muster up the will to laugh. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. If there is or ever was a station like that out there, I'd love to hear it. Hell, I'd love to shake the hand of whoever was running it. This life's too short not to just do whatever the hell you want. But I guess it ain't the time to be waxing on that. I don't know how much longer this thing's gonna get us. Well, ain't much less to do now, but go until we can't anymore. The road is long and our course is true. Nowhere to run but forward. Okay. Well, this is how it ends. I remind you there's still 2 other endings to discover, so if you want to, you can play it yourself and try to find them. What can I say about this game? I loved it. Of course I loved it. I love multiple endings. It's really original that we get to play 2 different characters. That's cool. That's original. It's really... I don't know how to describe it. It's a really interesting little piece of life. The story is interesting. Everything was interesting. It was a really cool game. Very well made. Very relaxing in itself. With the colors and the music. It's smooth. You could play it for 2 hours, no problem. It's a really good game, a really good concept. I kind of wish we knew more about both the characters. How did they end up together in this car? What is Michael gonna do when Astrid will inevitably die from her biting. I want to know more, and I would play if the game was longer and we had more context, more story, you know, more stuff to learn and do. I would play it happily. It's a good game. I really enjoyed it. It is beautiful, both the graphic, really the game in itself is beautiful, and the story behind it, I don't know, it's a whole thing, but it's a very beautiful game. It's poetic in a way, it's deep in a way. It has everything for itself. Really, you should play it and find the two endings that we didn't see. I will find them in my free time. I don't know what else to say. I just really loved this game, this experience. It's again very relaxing. I don't know, I feel great. I feel great. It's a bit sad that the creator of this game only has this game, so the person did not create another game, and I kind of wish we had more games like this, both in concept, in graphism, in story, in everything. I can't tell you how much I appreciated this game and how much you should experience it by yourself. So I'm gonna end the video here. My fellow horrible sniveling losers, please do not forget to not leave a like, not leave a comment, not subscribe to me, not share this video, and bye bye!